Hey, welcome to another episode of Dave's Imaginations. Today, we're going to recap our Dungeons & Dragons game from Thursday, June 9th. Dark Queen Ascension presents The Fallen. Stay with me. So, last Thursday, we began the evening welcoming two new characters to the family. Titus Leaf-Turner, a human ranger, a known and documented hunter of the Neverwinter Forest that routinely sells his prey, his goods to the people of Fortitude. And then there's also Janice Graybill, wife and mother of the Graybill family, the family that works the land owned by the Chirpwood family. Janice also has her documentation papers. Janice and Titus have joined the underground resistance and are in a secret meeting at the Winterstone Temple. They received an assignment to assist the construct Minnie and help him deal with a goblin toll booth that hinders the travel between Fortitude and Helm's Hold. Now, to the extent they can, to the extent that Janice and Titus can, they're to help Minnie in the ways of combat and introduce him, Minnie that is, to the concept of killing and death. Now, before they left, Olak cast a spell on them, granting temporary increase of 10 hit points each, and then Dad gave them a healing potion. So they went out on their journey, and after hour or so passed, they started seeing signs, poorly written signs. Titus, Janice, and Minnie saw these signs, and they saw this overturned wagon, and they snuck up on that wagon that held a group of goblins, and that the goblins had reinforced that overturned wagon into a small fortress. The goblins have shown to be formidable. The goblins have shown to be formidable with their bows, and they have this attack of splashing oil, releasing globs of oil at their targets. And one of such oil on the third try actually did drench Titus, so he is soaked head to toe in this oil. Now the trio have shown some patience in their attacks, that they've timed their attacks using their held actions for when those goblins popped out of a hatch at the top of their overturned wagon, and when the goblins do pop out, they would throw their javelin at them, and two of their strikes hit two different goblins quite significantly. And so we ended the evening as Janice just kicked down the door to the fort to reveal that the three goblins, two of which were significantly injured, but one of which was in the process of lighting an arrow on fire, hoping to maybe tag the oil-drenched Titus. And so now Janice kicked down this door and confronted by these three goblins, and so we have this really a novice fighter in Janice, and these three goblins, beady, glowing red eyes. I can just see him hissing at Janice as she opens the door and squinting in the bright light that comes in, and so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. And then all the while, Minnie hovering somewhere above. And with that is where we ended the night for Titus, Janice, and Minnie, as we split the group into two parts. This is the first group. We did about an hour, and then we flipped over the other group that resumed their adventure at Port Last with the Hill Giants. And so at that point, we turned our attention to Port Last, where Gloin, Varinka, and Ruckus continue delicate negotiations with Dillyrahr, the Hill Giant. That Dillyrahr, and that has her four suitors. That Dillyrahr and her four suitors 4 other hill giants had been assigned to watch over Port Last. Dillyrahr has agreed to let Shimber, Gloin, Varenka, and Ruckus pick a ship and have it renovated with the agreement that they will help end the orcs' control. And she was also somewhat swayed by the idea of having the ship, the sailing vessel, named after her. In the encounter, we also learned that the abundance of livestock following Shimber around was indeed his crew and could be transformed back by a remove curse or a greater restoration spell. We also learned that the spell magic would not work. Each day there was a small chance of being discovered, and after 14 days, Shimber's entire crew had been changed back, thank you, Gloin, through the use of his remove curse and greater restoration. All the crew were changed back over a course of time, and they went shopping for a vessel, and they found one sailing vessel that even though there was a warning of the vessel being spirited, the party settled on the sailing ship, the Banshee's Hangnail. And so that is the ship they're going to renovate. And renovations have been proceeding nicely, especially with the increased crew to help. The renovations have been going very well. But now, once Matilda, the supposed or seeming spouse of Shimber, once she was transformed, the crew seemed to really like her and seemed to follow her orders. And Matilda was very direct and good at organizing people into what to do, and much better than Shimber. But now everyone seems to like Matilda except for Shimber. Because Matilda at one point, Matilda is extremely likable to everyone but Shimber. And Matilda, though, at one point in the conversation she was having, I think, with Ruckus, shared that they needed to find a healing stone to cure a disease that is inflicting her brother. Matilda and Shimber believe that the healing stone may be in one of the islands of the Trackless Sea, which is kind of to the north, kind of in the same general area as the Sea of Moving Ice. Now, regarding the transformation of Shimber's crew, well, Shimber he remains elusive on that talk. And all he has said so far is, as long as we don't travel south, we should be fine. As long as we don't travel south, we should be fine. As long as we stay north. So that's the only clue, the only thing he said about his crew had been turned into livestock. Now, each day that progressed, we rolled on the fate chart to see if they would be discovered. We made it not. What would we make it? No way. I think we said there's no way. We made a very, very slim chance that they'd be discovered. But we had to roll this 14 times. Well, actually, we needed to roll it 30 times. And we got to 14, and that is when our luck ran out. And as I described, that a dragon had flown overhead. The dragon circled high above, making it obvious that the great worm was taking note of the activities. I had found a map. Here it is. And so this is a map I found about, they called it Worms of the North, WYRMS of the North. And it gives the territory of a bunch of worms. And as I scroll in on this, you might notice, here's Neverwinter, right here, if you can see that. And right above it, this blue circle, well, this blue circle is Port Lass. Interesting. All right, you got all these circles all over the place, and this one circle just seems to be circled right on Port Lass, and it has one dragon, Thalagert. Right? Now you have other dragons that are very close here. You have this yellow one. You scroll down here, Galantur, and this green one. The green one is a pretty close one, and what's this green one? This green one is Clagilarameter. whatever that is, right? And then this red one is cloth, right? And I don't know this gray one. I think that's Durogothoth, right? And those are one further south. No. I think that's Galantiller. Oh, there's this white one. Let's see who this white one is. Yeah, Aviturus, right? So all those dragons. So I think there's like 5 dragons. I decided that Thalgert, come on, it was most likely Thalgert. His home is right here, and so I put a list together of those 5-ish dragons. And I made a chart that I thought we'd roll on to see which dragon it is. So let's scroll to my notes, and we scroll down here. Now, this is my original. Then I did a little more investigation on what those dragons are. And so here we see Thalgert. I made an 82% chance that Thalgert would be the dragon. And then there's 5% chance it would be some random other dragon. Then I think it was this 4%? 4% chance is Skeletor. A topaz orange dragon. Now some of these you don't want it to be these other ones, right? So this female ancient green dragon, that would be bad. Avatars, female ancient white dragon, that would be bad. You have a 1%, 2% chance here. Cloth, a male great worm red dragon. He may not be as bad as the ancient ones. But this last one, Duragothoth, right? A male black great worm Dracolich. So there's a 1% chance it'll be this one. That would be really bad. So here we have this chart. And I thought together, live and streaming, I would go to the screen here. We're just to the port last, and I thought I would just roll this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's roll, and we want a D100. I think that's this one. D100. Let's see what we get. Let's roll. That's a 009. It's a 9. So definitely it is Thalgert. And so if we go to Thalgert and we read the description of a mist dragon, let's see if we can find a description of mist. Mist dragons had blue and white scales with metallic spots that became more gray as the dragon aged. Its eyes were oceanic colors, usually green and with silver pupils that became more prominent until most of the eyes was silver. Mist dragons' physical characteristics include a fin running from the head to the end of its flattened tail, their head thin in an arrow-like shape from the snout and ended in a thick neck. Heavy ridges lay over the eyes, tooth horns protruded from the back of the skull, and clusters of small horns sat at the base of its upper jaw. The mist dragon gave off a rain-like odor. And I got a picture. Here's one. Here's a picture. I don't know if I like that picture. Let's see what this next picture is. That's a little bit more intimidating. But let's just do... Oh, there. Yeah, that's a cool looking version of it, isn't it? Yeah, mist dragon. Something like that. That looks particularly nasty. So that's what we got, guys. That's what we got. We had a mist dragon fly over. The mist dragon of that region. He flew over. He took note of you before he flew off. So, mist dragon. How exciting. So we'll have to see how long until it returns or it sends the orcs back. And we will roll on that each day as the chance will increase with each day that passes. So look forward to that on Thursday when we return and we resume Dark Queen Ascension, The Fallen. Hey, thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. And otherwise, we'll see you on Thursday. Take care.